They said she was too ugly to be a duchess. But when the king lifted her veil, his heart stopped. Dearest listener, I am Mary Alice Young, once among the living in America, now a quiet spirit wandering London's fog, where every heart hides a story and every shadow keeps a secret. From beyond the veil, I watch what love conceals and what truth dares to reveal. The king had long been urged to take a wife. One household was suggested to him, a family known for their grace and modest daughters. They had 3 daughters, though only 2 were ever spoken of. The third was a mystery, whispered about but never seen. When the king arrived at the family estate, he asked to meet all 3 daughters. The 2 eldest were presented before him, curtsying with polished grace. Then, a maid murmured timidly, "My lord, I can't find Clara." The father and mother stiffened instantly. "Silence," they hissed at the maid. "She is not worthy to be here." The king's curiosity was caught. "If she is not worthy to be here," he asked calmly, "why was she summoned with them?" "She is not beautiful enough for his grace," the mother stammered. "She is away working in the far fields. To bring her here would only waste your majesty's time. She isn't fit to be seen, certainly not fit to be a duchess." But the king only leaned back, intrigued. "Then she is the one I wish to see," he said, "and I shall wait." The next morning they brought Clara. The entire household, parents, sisters, and servants, gathered to witness it. They covered her completely in a heavy veil, hoping her supposed ugliness would repel the king. "She's too dreadful to look upon," they whispered. "Too plain, too strange." But the king, suspecting deceit, turned to the maid. "Is the woman beneath this veil the one they call Clara?" "Yes, my lord," the maid said softly. The king stepped forward and removed the veil himself, and the world seemed to pause. Beneath the fabric stood a woman of quiet, breathtaking beauty, more radiant than both of her sisters combined. The room fell silent. Even her parents could not meet her eyes. It turned out that Clara was not their true daughter at all. She was the niece of the man who called himself her father. Her parents had died when she was a child, and her uncle had taken her in, but never with love. They treated her like a servant, claiming it was to teach her discipline and humility. She believed them. She thought the harshness was affection in disguise. When the king came seeking a wife, her uncle and aunt panicked. They feared that the king might choose Clara over their true daughters, for Clara's heart was gentle and her beauty effortless. So they hid her away, hoping to erase her from the king's sight. But fate had already spoken. The king chose Clara, and her life changed overnight. Yet not everyone rejoiced. Her uncle, bitter and envious, ordered his daughters to spread lies, that Clara was proud, deceitful, a pretender who had fooled the king with false humility. Though her cousins loved her, they obeyed their father, and soon the rumors reached the royal council and the king's own mother. Under pressure, the king reluctantly released Clara, sending her away with sorrow heavy in his heart. Weeks passed. Then something happened, something that revealed Clara's true soul. When a terrible storm struck a nearby village, Clara risked her life to save trapped farmers and children. She gave away her cloak, her food, her last coin. The people saw her compassion and began to speak. Word spread to the capital. Soon, the entire kingdom was chanting her name. "This is our queen," they said. "This is the woman we want for our king." The royal council, shamed by their haste, apologized. Even the king's mother admitted she was wrong. The king himself rode out to find Clara, kneeling before her with tears in his eyes. "Forgive me," he said. "I should have trusted your heart." She forgave him. Her cousins begged her forgiveness as well, revealing that their father had forced them to spread the lies. The truth came to light at last. The king ordered punishment for her uncle, but Clara knelt before him and pleaded, "Please, my lord, do not hurt him. Let mercy prove what truth could not." The king looked at her then, this woman once hidden beneath a veil, once called unworthy, and saw the very spirit of grace. And so he spared her uncle, honoring her plea. That was the day the people said, She was not born noble, but she taught the kingdom what nobility truly means. And so, dear listener, the maid once hidden beneath a veil became the light of a kingdom. Perhaps there's a lesson there, that what the world tries to hide is often what it most needs to see. If her story touched your heart, I invite you to linger here in London's quiet corners, where I share tales such as these each week of love, loss, and the truths that outlive us all. Do like this story if it moved you. Subscribe so you never miss another whisper from the past, and tell me in the comments, what did you see beneath Clara's veil? Until next time, I remain yours in quiet observation, a spirit who sees what the living choose to forget. Mary Alice Young in London.